Trevor McGill takes over to start the 6th inning on the
Now
mound.
pitching for the Chicago Cubs, number 29, Trevor McGill.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Tucker Barnhart. And he'll lead things off in the Cincinnati 6th.
Tucker Barnhart.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Now it's 2-0.
It's never advantageous to fall behind 2-0 as a pitcher, but if you're going to do it, it's far better to do it with a guy down in the bottom of the order. Time for a challenge fastball right here, though.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs a bear down right here.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
First pitch on its way. Bunt attempt is popped into foul ground. Caratini is there, and he'll bring this one in.
The left fielder,
Ready now, Nicholas Castellanos. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Barnhart rounds the corner and is headed home. He scores as they extend their lead to 2.
Yeah, everyone knows this guy's been having a great year at the plate, but he's not exactly a gazelle on the bases. But he turns on the Jets here and makes it all the way to third. He might need an oxygen tank, but hey, he made it.
Into the box now, Nick Senzel. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. And he lays off for ball 1. A man at third with 1 away. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Almora. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And they will tack on another on the sac fly, make it a 5-2 game now.
That was a good controlled swing out of him there, and that's exactly what he was hoping to do. Get it into the outfield and pick up the RBI.
So no one on now after the sac fly. And here comes the first baseman, Joey Votto. And they start him with 1 high and away for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Too high, and it's 3-0.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Almora races in. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on just 1 lone hit, no errors, and no one left. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Reds 5 and the Cubs 2. Here's Chris Bryant now, and through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Javier.
Into the box, Javier Baez. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back in.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. As he'll take a look at ball one. A couple of walks for him thus far. The 1-0. Hit hard to third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2.
The second baseman, David Bodie.
Standing in, David Bodie. He hit a sac fly earlier. On its way is pitch number 75. Slow roller left side. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. But the Cubs do get one back on the solo home run. 4, 5, and 6 coming up to start the 7th. It's now a 5-3 ball game. Seventh inning ready to roll, and standing in is the veteran third baseman Eugenio Suarez. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Now the pitch. 2-1.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
Contreras is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out. So a good job to get the out there, but with 5 runs already surrendered, that's not going to do any favors to the team ERA so far this season. And you can see the bad news right there. They rank dead last among the 15 National League teams in that category. First pitch coming. Here it is. Mike Moustakas comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch, and it's fouled away. The 1-1 home. To 1-2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
And he fouls this one off. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Down 0-2, maybe simplify the game plan right here. Get on the heater, even though he has 5 weapons to go to.
Popped him up. Bryant shading to his right. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds, and it remains 5-3. Wade Miley gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Wade Miley.
Last half of the 7th here, and digging in is the switch-hitting catcher, Victor Caratini.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Good cut fastball in there, 1-1. can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Now here's the pitch.
I got to count 2-2.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
Up next to the Cubs.
Now at the plate, Jason Hayward. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Pitch on the way. Reined in. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The first baseman, number 8, Ian Happ.
So digging in now, Ian Happ. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Happ with a 2-1 count now.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters. So you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're still down 5-3. Ready to begin the 8th, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Freddie Galvis.
Freddie Galvis.
First delivery to him on the way. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
Yeah, he made up his mind early to take the first pitch because that thing was right down the middle.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's 1-2.
He's in complete command of his 2-seamer right now. It's got great movement, great depth, running all over the place. This offense is going to have a tough time.
The 1-2 is a breaking ball. They can't find the zone, and it's even at 2.
Really high curveball right there. Struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
The 2-2. High and deep down the left field line. And no one will get this one. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Almora's got it, and there is 1 away.
Now batting, the catcher.
Digging in the switch hitter, Tucker Barnhart. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
1-0.
And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. And he misses low with it. 2-0.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The pitcher, number 22, Wade Miley.
Jesse Winker will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
For Cincinnati. Number 33, Jesse.
And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. He'll come in here at 259. 11 home runs and 21 driven in. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 2 out, nobody on. Sent on the ground out to second. He's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Matt Bowman is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Cincinnati, number 67.
Nico Horner will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th. And he takes ball 1. 276 the average coming in for him. 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. The 1-0 home will be a base hit into center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Didn't try and do too much. Fastball, middle cut, places it right back where it came from.
Now time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. So here's Albert Almora next. On a line, that's a base hit.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
So it's first and second now. Nobody out. And that'll bring up Chris Bryant. Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. And now still not ready just yet as he steps out for a second time here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground is short. And there's a base hit as that gets through into left. Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here.
Boy, Dero, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base. Don't put pressure on yourself.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. 1 run is scored. And the stop sign will smartly go up at third as they hold the second runner, and they'll again be loaded with still nobody out.
Dan, are you kidding me right there? I mean, that had to whistle past this guy's ear. That was a scary moment.
Dero, they call that the old chuck and duck, right? That was really close, and that's one of the things that most pitchers fear, that line drive that zips right by your head. Wow, that was awful close.
Raisel Iglesias is summoned in the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases loaded, nobody out.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
And now here's the 3rd time he's stepped out. Talk about breaking up a guy's rhythm. The 1-0. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
I can tell you from experience, bases loaded, nobody out, and you get an infield pop-up, that feels just as good as a strikeout. And now he's just a double play ball away from getting out of this mess.
And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Here's the first pitch to him. Out of play. Iglesias is a fairly prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a lot of strikeouts, and that clearly helps him through the tough spots like the one he finds himself in here.
Matty V, let me tell you something. What makes this guy so special? He's like his own relief pitcher for a relief pitcher. He gets into trouble. What does he do? He kind of puts it in fifth gear.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. So 1 run on 4 base hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. Craig Kimbrell is called upon, and it's not for his usual role, just hoping to keep the deficit at 1 here.
Leading off from Cincinnati.
All set to start the 9th in this one, and the right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next. 0-1 the count. 1-1 to the Reds leadoff man. Fastball well outside. And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
And my goodness, that nearly got him as he had to back away from it. It's ball 3.
That was a changeup, so there really wasn't any intent behind it. Looked to me like it just slipped out of his hand a little bit. That'll happen sometimes because of the grip of that straight changeup.
Happ has a play, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Stepping into the box, Nick Senzel. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. 1 ball, no strikes the count. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Bodie ranging into the outfield. Now a reaching grab as he makes the play and loses his balance all at once.
Number 19, Joey.
In is Joey Votto now. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Count 1-0.
Now the 1-0.
2-0.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
Popped him up. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Reds are down and ordered. They lead it 5-4. Pedro Strop comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Number 46.
Bottom of the inning now, and now it'll be the catcher, Victor Caratini. He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Castellanos is there, and he's got that all-important first out here to start the 9th.
Now batting.
Now batting, Jason Hayward. He was a ground-out victim last time up. And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. Here comes the first pitch. 1 out, nobody on. And it's quickly 0-2. And now he'll again ask for time. And one thing you don't want to do is get a pitcher too riled up out there. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Not sure if that was a great take or if he got locked up on a two-seamer running away, but either way, it worked out well for him. That's a well-thrown pitch, though.
Counts even to Hayward. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now. 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press the reset button. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Stepping in, Ian Happ. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Pause, now the pitch.
You can clearly see that the hitter didn't like that strike call, and his manager, he didn't like it either, as he's given the umpire an earful from that dugout.
1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game. And now before the 0-1 pitch, a quick stoppage as he steps out. From the stretch. Swing and a miss. That one tied him up.
He offered at that pitch out of the zone there, and I think that's a result of the previous pitch getting called against him. He might feel like he's needing to expand the zone if that's how it's going to be called.
And a swing and a miss there on a late-breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. Kyle Schwarber will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 12, Kyle Schwarber.
Lays off 1-0. He'll check in here at 277. 16 homers and 31 RBIs. Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. That's wide, 2-0. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Boy, sure taking his sweet time down there at the plate. He'll step out yet again. And there's a called strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon. And he'll step out for a third time now. Boy, rather indecisive up there. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. And a pitch takes off inside, and it gets away. And not what they were hoping for, as that moves the possible tying run into scoring position.
And as a closer, a wild pitch is the last thing you want to do. His job was to finish this thing off, and he just made his job a lot more difficult. We'll see if he can get dialed in again here on the next pitch.
Fouled away. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And before the big 3-2 pitch, time is called at home plate. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Now a drive to right field. This could do it. Game over. Walk-off home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and none bigger than that one as this ball game is over.
Well, they say better late than never, and that's obviously something that he takes to heart as he puts a charge in one for a walk-off homer. Got to be the best feeling in all of baseball.
Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question. He was a tough out up there. Ended up collecting 3 knocks, including a home run. So without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
A 1-run game, 6-5 the final today. Chicago get their 20th home win this year. Craig Kimbrell earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is